Hey guys.
Look where we are.
We're in front of the dragon.
Look what
I forget,
I
is this a
got.
sister or is this not a sister?
I don't know if we ever confirmed it's a girl.
I don't know if it really matters too much, but yeah. So go
Is it
ahead and...
sentient?
Yeah, she is.
Okay.
She's an everlasting dragon, so she's as sentient as a Greylander can be. Yeah, just keep offering dragon. You
Yeah,
gotta get these 16 of them.
I got 16 dragon scales, and
Yeah.
I'm offering them up so that we can leave this covenant with the cool dragon
Yeah, we can
stone.
find it once we leave with 30. We'll get the dragon torso stone at 30, and then we'll be able to do the other covenants.
Yeah. So what I did was that area in front of the sunken city. You've got like 5 wyverns, right?
Yeah. Yep.
There's actually a 6th one up the cliff face a little ways.
I'm aware.
So I was just running in, fighting that one Skeletor in the city because sometimes he'll just sort of wander in and fuck you up anyways. And I would just run back, run in, run back.
Do you want me to do that a little bit quick while you talk?
Alright, sure.
Because I think I might be able to mash it through it a little bit faster.
Yeah, because I'm talking.
Yeah.
But like I would run in, run back, and we had the item find up with the ring. And it was still, what was it you said? It was 5% normally, so it was 10% with the ring on?
I don't even know if it's 10% with the ring on, but I'm pretty sure it is, because the way that item finding in this game works is that you do have a luck, it's like an item drop stat, and wearing the ring gives you plus 200 in the stat. It's not 200%, but the normal level of that item discovery rate is usually pretty low. So it's like, it may as well be 200%. I think it did double it or something like that.
Yeah, well anyways, it was roughly a 10% drop on things that you could only fight 6 of in a run before going back to the bonfire. And I did it. Over the course of a few hours. Josh was taking a nap, but that's because he had a long night.
That was a day that I had a really bad headache and I was falling apart.
Yeah, no, but like he wasn't using his computer, so it was like, okay, I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna get these goddamn dragon scales, and I did it. Technically, I got 17. We only needed 16.
Yep,
One of them we don't have.
Okay.
Because I was fighting the wyvern on the bridge, it landed on the little stone wall edge of the bridge. I killed it there, could not get the item because it dropped up there.
I'm gonna turn this into the wolf ring real quick.
So that we don't forget.
Yeah, so that we don't forget.
I also went down into the rat hole and I got 99 humanity.
So I'm going to go ahead and put on... So, okay, I'm going to hand this back to you. And yes, Grandma's like a beef jerky monster right now.
I mean, she usually is.
Usually, but we don't see it. So go ahead and hit down to pull up your items. Don't use the... Oh, well, okay, I guess you can use the headstone first. I can't remember if they stack or if you have to use one instead of the other. But this is the dragon torso stone. So this is full dragon.
Okay, so that goes... I was wondering if it was going to be arm,
do a full 360.
leg.
Yeah.
Got a tail,
so it gives you
little
2 little wings. So this is why people think that the eternal dragon might actually be just somebody like pretending to be a dragon. It's a burst attack, by the way.
Let's go fight a clam.
I think it might give you a buff, but I don't remember.
I'm so fast.
I think it's a buff for a very short period of time. I think you're only fast because you're not wearing any of your armor.
Yeah, I'm naked. I'm just running around
is it
nude.
smart to do that with so many souls on?
I'm right here though. If I die, I can just come right back.
I'm just saying.
But yeah, I went and I fought some rats, and while I was down there, I put the little dragon eye mark down just in case. And nothing.
Yeah, you got no hits, am I right? Yeah.
Nope. So it's not like we weren't seeing messages and ghosts around the bonfire.
Well, messages stick around forever, though.
And the ghosts around the bonfire are those...
Ghosts don't stick around forever, but you have to be the same level as someone in order to do that, and people have to actively choose to invite you into their world for dueling the dragon thing. Okay, it doesn't do a big AoE, it's a buff.
Oh.
And you're not wearing any armor, so you're going to take a lot of damage. Be careful.
I just wanted to see.
Remember the headstone doesn't do much. So the way that this covenant works, by the way, is if we wanted to go through the difficulty of it, your buff is already worn off, by the way. It's like a 10-second buff.
Alright. Well, I'm really fast, so here I go.
Yeah, he's gonna follow you.
That's fine.
If we wanted to sit down...
I'm nude and a dragon.
If we wanted to sit... Well, you can't put your armor back on until you die.
Yeah, well, let's use those souls first.
Yeah. If you wanted to get the most out of this covenant, what you would need to do is go out and collect, I think it's 80.
That's not happening.
Yeah. It's like 80 dragon scales, and then you give them to the dragon. Because at 30, you get the dragon torso stone, but anything above 30, I think it's like 10 for the first, 30 for the second, and then it's 50 and 80. 50 like doubles the power of your dragon headstone, and 80 doubles the power of the dragon torso stone. And when the torso stone is doubled, you get like a double buff, basically.
Okay.
Like it lasts I think it's twice as long, but I'm not 100% sure.
Anyways, there was nobody to fight for dragon scales because everyone's either playing the remaster or not in this covenant.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes. So go ahead and level up.
By the way, do we want to spend any of these souls on things other than level ups?
Probably not. I don't think so.
Not like I can't get more.
1 in endurance. Endurance is done. You can bring strength up to 30 if you want. And you have play space now. I would go for Vit, but that's totally your choice. If you want to go for intelligence, go for it.
I've been wanting to for a while.
Go for it then.
And at level 100, I can finally do what I want.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
There we go.
There you go.
I've got 94 souls and 100 levels. And I'm a dragon, but I don't really need to be.
No, you could go kill yourself if you want to.
I mean, that's true all the time. Let's go fight that
in Dark
clam.
Souls, anyway. Yeah, if you want to go fight the clam, I mean, go for it. It's weird that the dragon stuff lets you keep your sword and your shield on, by the way, because it just looks kind of goofy when you... especially the arrows on your tail. Like, when you're running, that looks real goofy.
Yeah.
You see it? Like, you kind of clip into each other?
Like, if they gave you only the dragon breath to fight with, or your fists, that would suck.
I think it... no,
you know
I guess
what?
it doesn't.
You know
I guess
what?
It doesn't.
Let's see.
No, I'm pretty sure it doesn't actually change your...
Did I? Oh, I
your
only have
fists.
one of them.
Oh yeah, no, don't use the dark hand. That's such a bad weapon. It's absolutely
I'm just gonna...
awful.
Oh, wrong thing.
It's especially awful against non-human enemies.
It's just, this is what it would look like, though. I just want to be like, roar, I'm a dragon.
Roar.
That's it. That's all I was gonna do. I'm not gonna punch a clam. What do you think?
Like a euphemism.
Gross.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that either.
I should point out, by the way, that in Dark Souls 1, the Dragon Covenant is like, you get this stuff, and some people really like it, because it's weird and it's cool, and some people can design builds around it and make it work. I think that, just in general, this is the worst version of the dragon.
Like, it's better in the other games?
I don't know if Dark Souls 2 even has a dragon anything, but in Dark Souls 3, there is a dragon, and it's not a covenant. There's no dragon covenant in Dark Souls 3, but you get the stones for just doing things. Like, you just find them.
Oh. Fuck.
Yeah, it's a clam. He's gonna hit you hard. But, you just get them for doing things, and they are significantly cooler, because it's like... I don't want to spoil anything because eventually we're going to play it, but not only do they turn you...
didn't successfully kill me.
No. Not only do they turn you into a dragon, the individual stones do things like summon a dragon's head instead of just, giving you fire.
There we
go. Like, instead of just shooting a fireball, it summons in a dragon's head, and then it breathes fire forward, and it hits everything ahead of you. Or the dragon torso stone summons in the hands of the dragon. Go for it. And the hands of the dragon pull up, and they beat the ground and start attacking things around you.
Like God, it's one of these.
It literally just functions as a summon. It's super cool. One hit. One and done.
Get out of here.
You're now strong enough to one and done those guys.
I got a running start, too. That helped.
Yeah. Well, it's a specific attack. It doesn't actually do any more damage.
Yeah, but it's the running start attack. This is not the same tree, is it?
No, this is a different one.
Okay. Maybe I should...
But it might be the same tree, but it's a part of it you've not been to. I don't even think it's the same tree, though, to be honest. Be careful. Remember, he has a 1 and a 1-2. And he'll throw them out as he sees fit. Or she. I can never tell with mushrooms. They do have genders, actually.
Do they?
Yeah, the mushroom... Well, I mean, they never explicitly state it, but there is one that you can talk to later on who...
In this game?
Yes. Who explicitly refers to herself as female. So,
But can we meet her? Like, now?
Not now, no. It'll have to be later. We'll do it in a little bit, though, don't worry.
There I go.
It's just not. She's
So
cool.
what's
She's
in this
super
tree?
cool. There's just items sitting around in this one, I think.
Okay. Well, I can put my armor back on, so I can go back in.
Well, put your armor back on. You don't even have to go back in if you don't want to.
Well, what if I
don't know
want
if the
to?
items are useful. Well, either way, put your armor back on. Is that the right shield? Which one is that? Is that Grass Crest? Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I put a bunch of stuff away.
I forget. Are you strong enough to wear full Havel? You are, right? And do a normal roll?
Yeah.
It's kind of a slower roll than I like, but okay. Yeah.
It's fine.
It's alright.
Good enough.
It's an okay roll. That's not the best roll.
I don't like how noisy this armor is.
It's kind of a pain in the ass, yeah.
Yeah, it's
It would be nice if you could turn it off in the options, but you can't.
Yeah, like it's fine that the enemies can hear me. I don't care. It's just like
You
this.
just don't
This
wanna
is
hear
just
you.
like it makes weird shuffling noises.
Oh, it gets so much worse because, like, okay, Dark Souls 2 and 3. I don't know about 2, but 3. I feel like they kind of caught that people didn't like that quite so much. So it is a little bit more toned down. Armors don't make quite as much noise. But supposedly in 2, there was a patch that fixed this eventually. But in 2, every single bit of armor had its own unique glow, and any of the buffs you had really intense glows, like way more intense than the one that we have here right now. And in Dark Souls 3, I think there's almost no glow whatsoever to most of the armor anyway. But it's like, in Dark Souls 2, you could walk around and you'd just look like a permanent light source. Like, it would just be a rave going off in your clothing, and everybody saw it for miles. And people hated that, because, like, the glow was so intense and it was so obvious, and it was just goofy. Like, it was absolutely goofy. Don't go... I guess you can go that way.
Kind of.
Yeah, you kind of god jumped, but okay. I was gonna tell you...
God jumped?
I don't know. You jumped and suddenly were flying, but I was gonna tell you there's a ramp if you go the other way. If you push into that corner, there's nothing, but if you go backwards from there, there's a ramp.
You mean this way?
No. I meant in the pit. The pit that you were standing in.
Oh, okay. Not this.
No. Yeah, it's designed so that it's elliptical. It's not a perfect circle, and one of the sides of the elliptical, oval or whatever is less intense than the other.
Get down there.
Get wrecked. Yeah, he's not going. You're gonna have to. Yeah, you'll have to push
There.
him.
I hate him.
That's fine. Now kill the other two in here. First try, both of them. One shot.
I already did that.
Do it again.
One of them.
Yeah, don't let his fog touch you. The mushroom is here, by the way, and there is a path that you keep walking past up at the top of the tree stuff, like the doorway when you first come in.
Well, I'm just gonna fireball him a few times.
Yeah, go for it. I'm not telling you to do it right now. Go ahead and put them the mushroom. I'm just saying, like, there's a path up there with an item at the end of it too. You can see it from the doorway. Your attacks do just about the same amount as your fire does.
Yeah, but it was a distance thing.
Yeah.
Staying away from him. But
Yeah.
I got him pretty low now, so I don't care.
Yeah, fair enough. They sometimes drop items, but not usually. They're like gold pine resin, I think, almost exclusively.
Which is useful.
Yeah, so climb this route again, and then look to the right as you hit the doorway. Maybe you can't actually get to it from here, I don't know, but there's an item, you can clearly see it. Yeah, okay,
No.
You might have to walk out and around. I think there's another path.
Well,
yeah.
what's this way?
Careful, because there are probably enemies all over this path.
Oh, this just
Oh, it
goes
just
back
takes
out?
you... Okay.
Okay.
Maybe there was another way to go that we just didn't see. This particular one I always skip over because I always think that there's nothing worth it in here. I mean, like, maybe I'm wrong, I don't know, but I always think that it's not worth it to go this way. That doesn't look
That
like that's
can't do
viable.
it.
No. It had to have been the first way that you went in. There's nothing else. There are no other options here.
Okay. I don't even know what that item is, but now that we've seen it.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you see it, you want to go for it, so...
I mean, not always. Sometimes it's bullshit
I mean,
or
like,
an obvious decoy.
I mean, like, it's not always a good idea to go for it. I mean, you always want to go for it, because when you see an item, you want to get the item.
Well, no, sometimes I see stuff and it's like, fuck that.
Look around up here, I guess. It could be to the left or to the right. There could be a path that we just can't see. Is it that? Is that a path? No, that's not a path.
I don't think so.
Yeah, okay. I don't know. I don't know how to get up there. We could just skip over it if you want. It clearly isn't
I'm going to
worth
make
it,
another
so.
attempt by going over here. No. Fuck.
No, yeah, it looks like there's invisible walls on that. Is there a path? Yeah. Is there a third pathway in here that we just haven't seen? Because there's that one there.
Yep,
that's the one that you took already. Was he in front of anything? No, doesn't look like it. Like, sometimes I'd assume that maybe there's a ladder or, you know, like, something you just can't see.
You think there's any illusory
Is there a ladder there on your right? Is that on the other wall? Is that a ladder over there?
What? Where?
Go straight ahead. No, okay, no. It was just like a big smudge on the wall. Sorry, I'm looking at shadows and I'm thinking they're ladders because they're slightly darker than everything else.
Shadow ladders.
Yeah, shadow ladders.
They take you to heaven,
the shadow realms.
hell.
I don't know. When you walk through that doorway, by the way, there on the right, and you pull to the left, is there a path over there? Or is it not to the... Oh, I guess not. Okay.
Yeah, it's a mystery.
Oh well, it's a mystery. Let's just go back to the bonfire and sit down and warp. We're ready to not be dragons anymore, by the way. That's what's happening here.
Yeah. Spent all that time grinding just to get the one thing so that we could leave.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It was sunk cost fallacy. We had put 14 in, we needed 30.
Pretty much, yeah. It's just gambling.
Pretty much.
We put so much in, we didn't want to go away empty-handed, you know? We had to get both of them. Even if we can't get the damn thing up to the maximum power level or anything
like, at least
that.
we were able to see it.
Yeah, yeah. And it's good to see it, and it's good to know that we have it on us, I guess.
Yeah.
In Dark Souls 1, by the way, I feel like the dragon transformation is not really worth it. Not as much as I feel like it is in Dark Souls 3. Like, in Dark Souls 3, I feel like it's honestly worth it. But that's only because Dark Souls 3 treats armor in a really goofy way, where in Dark Souls 1, armor is like, it's a total point value of the armor sitting on your body, right? Mm-hmm. So, like, your head is worth 5, your torso is worth 5, it's 10.
Okay.
In Dark Souls 3, if you have any part of your body that is not covered by armor, you lose a percentage of your defense. So if you choose not to wear a helmet, your baseline is not 0, it is now negative 5% of your total base.
So I know where we're going,
yep,
correct?
Daughter of Chaos, you've totally got it.
We got some business.
Yeah, well, we got business with the sister. Put your ring on. Replace the wolf ring with the, is it the witch's ring? It's the fancy ring?
Is it fancy?
It's kind of fancy. It's the only ring of its kind. It's not that. It's the old witch's ring. It's 3 up. There you go.
There we go.
So yeah, go and talk to your sister.
There was a ghost in front of her.
That's okay. It's somebody else talking to her.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Hi. It's been a while since we've talked.
So here's the thing. Enter Covenant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is the third time. She's like, yeah, okay, maybe I won't die. So now we're not dragons anymore. We're back to being servants of chaos.
Every time I'm anywhere near her, I'm terrified that I'll somehow accidentally
do not
her.
swing. Never swing on this girl. You will kill her instantly.
I don't...
Okay. So leave. I know this sounds counterproductive. So... oh, you know what? Actually talk to her just... I want to make sure of this real quick.
What?
So when you talk to her, offer humanity. Hit ya.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it takes from your soft humanity. So you're going to want to pop a handful of those.
How many are we talking? Should I just...
this menu.
Should I offer her the one that's up
No, leave this menu. Just remember that we have one, right? We've given her one.
Uh-huh.
Open up your items. Yeah, totally face away from her just in case. Go into your items. Use the 2 twins that you have. Because those are good, but they're better for...
Why are they 2, by the way? Is there
the twin humanities?
Yeah, why are they stuck to each other?
Sometimes it's just a Gemini humanity. It's like you're getting... hit the button and we'll read it.
Okay.
Rare tiny black sprite found on corpses. Very unusual twin humanity. Used to gain 2 humanity and restore a large amount of HP. This black sprite is called humanity, but little is known of its true nature. If the soul is the source of life, then what distinction is left for humanity?
So was this like the ghost of conjoined twins, or a pregnant
sometimes
person?
Yes, sometimes yes. If it's ever a character that has something going on that is like a twin thing, or yes, a birth thing could do it, or anything like that.
I'm gonna just start using them.
Yeah, like when you fought the gargoyles dropped a twin humanity.
Oh, I'm gonna move away from her just in case.
Yeah, so,
We've never accidentally sliced someone before, but goddamn, I
happens,
could not
though.
do it.
And the biggest pain in the ass about that is that in the PS3 version, the analogs were really, really, like, sensitive as hell. So if you put the controller down, you would sometimes hit the
We've
analogs.
had that problem while trying to, like, watch Netflix, and we set it down or, like, fast forwards on us.
So a lot of people ruined Dark Souls playthroughs back in the day because they put their controller down and took a swing on an NPC. Okay, before you go any further, go and give her all 9 of those, and then we'll just call it 10 because you gave her 1 at the start.
Yeah.
This takes forever, by the way.
Yeah.
I just want to say, it's 30.
Okay.
We have to give her 30.
I was under the impression it was going to be a lot more than that.
I thought it was 80, and then I looked it up and found out it was 30.
That's for the maximum amount of stuff?
Yeah. Well, for what we need, yes. I think that's the maximum amount. I don't think that she gains anything after that, but you do gain rank. I think you just don't get anything. You just gain rank.
But we just need to get all the stuff to finish off any quest lines that involve her?
And the questline thing is at 30. And we'll know because she won't tell us that we've unlocked a thing, which is a big pain in the ass. But we will get an item. And I think it's Warmth, if I'm not mistaken. But I could be wrong. Warmth is a pyromancy, and it's a really good healing pyromancy.
Ooh.
So when you use it, you throw down a ball in the air, and you can walk up into it, and it will slowly heal you, but it heals enemies that wander into it also.
Oh, well, that's still fine. Yeah. I mean, if the enemy's wandering into it, it's too close to you.
Probably. Yeah, you probably shouldn't have put it right down next to an enemy. It's better to put it down in, like, a corner where nothing is.
Yeah, when
like,
you know
you're
a ways from a bonfire.
Don't use it in the middle of a fight. Like...
I'm just imagining we're spoon-feeding her these little darkness pockets.
Well, you want to know what's really cool about this is that it explicitly she states that that her sister was trying to kill people to take humanity for her. This is at 10. So there's your first level. Now start popping more humanity. Pop another 10 and then talk to her again.
You be safe. Down here with that guy,
yeah,
I don't trust him.
Oh, he's fine, actually.
But look at him.
Totally fine.
Yeah, but look at him.
I know. He has openly allowed her to put eggs on him. I mean,
yeah,
like, come
no,
on.
I don't trust him. He's a pervert.
He's fine. He's super nice. He is actually, I would argue, he's probably one of the nicest characters in Dark Souls. And I'm gonna say, as just like an aside,
he's not good enough for my sister.
In the whole series, because he appears in more than one game, sort of. Like, I'm using big ol' air quotes. People who have played the game that I'm talking about know exactly what I mean, unless you didn't find the secret, in which case, oh boy, that's gonna be fun. When we actually get to it, it's depressing as hell, but it's fun.
Something in 3?
It's something in... Well, I've never played Dark Souls 2, so yeah, it has to be something in 3.
Well, I just figured I'd confirm it.
Yeah. So...
You could have seen it in another person's LP.
I guess I could have. But Quilana was up there... Is it Quilana or Quilog? that was doing that. I think it's Quilana, was upstairs killing people, stealing humanity from them. That's why she was a boss, but she was up there because she knew if she sat in front of the bell, a bunch of undead would eventually show up and stop here and start giving them to her. A bunch of undead would show up and she'd be able to farm humanity from them, which is a real smart idea, actually. Okay, it's just Quilog. I think this one might actually be Quilana, I'm not sure. But she basically was sitting up there farming humanity for her sister because she was also a part of this covenant.
Should have gone to the rats.
Well, it's easier
if
you can set up like a nice little operation where you can be a boss character and just keep killing these enemies over and over again and taking humanity from them like that. Like, think of it. How many times did you run up against Quelaag? It was like 30 times.
Yeah, that was kind of a lot.
And you were using a humanity almost every single time.
Yeah.
So she was taking humanity from you, and she got like 30 of them out of that.
Well,
just out of you.
I'm glad it helped.
Imagine how many undead do it. Like, it's just one of those things where it's like, yeah, no, that's actually a really smart idea. Good job.
Although, I mean, I got 99 just by poking rats.
I know. So maybe she just wouldn't fit in there. I mean, let's be real. She's a giant spider.
Yeah, but she could, like, poke a leg in.
And clearly she wants to be close to her sister, who is stuck down here, I should point out.
Yeah, I know.
They
could send that guy to go eat some rats.
She probably doesn't want to leave, but she's big enough that I don't know if she can even get through, like, doorways very well. She's kind of just broken down and laying here.
Yeah.
Bring up another 10.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk to her.
Well, you hit leave, changed. Not talk, but yeah.
Oh, still remember... Oh.
Aww. She's blind, by the way.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, she's not completely blind because she knew that you had come up, but...
Well, I also have that ring. Maybe I have a presence that she can sense.
So the witch's ring is a ring that is owned by witches.
Mm-hmm. Right,
and
like me.
Like the race witch, not like the other thing.
Like me and my sister.
So, you remember that you talked to, what was her name, Quilaga? The one up in the Blighttown, your pyromancy teacher.
Yeah.
And she told you when you were wearing the gold-hemmed robe that she thought you were her sister. And then mentioned that she remembers these two, and that these are also her sisters, and that she had run away from their family because she didn't want to be near their mom.
Okay.
These are witches.
Yeah.
The spiders are witches.
Yeah, I think you explained this at some point already.
In wearing the old witch's ring, you're talking to them because you're wearing a ring that basically allows you to speak with their race, which is just witch.
Well, we were speaking with the other one without the ring on.
Yes, but she might speak whatever the common tongue in Dark Souls is as well. It's hard to say. But yeah, you're wearing a witch's ring, so maybe she does think of you as a witch when you're wearing it, or it could potentially be... I don't know what else. I think she can see you, or she can see an outline of someone and just assumes that it's her sister because she's probably the only person outside of Engi who comes down here ever.